I walked into the family reunion and heard my sister Claire telling a group of distant cousins the exact details of my recent medical diagnosis that I had begged her to keep secret. My heart plummeted into my stomach as the entire group turned to look at me with that suffocating, heavy pity that makes you feel like you are already gone. I had trusted her with my vulnerability during a midnight phone call when I was terrified and alone. But clearly, my trauma was just fresh currency for her to buy attention at a party. The betrayal felt like a physical weight pressing against my chest, making every breath in that crowded living room feel thin and metallic. Claire has always been the storyteller of the family, the one who needs to be the center of every conversation. But I thought my health would be the one line she wouldn't cross. We grew up sharing everything, and I had defended her through her own messy divorce last year, keeping every sordid detail private even when our mother pressed for information. Seeing her now animatedly describing my treatment plan to people I haven't seen in a decade, I realized that her loyalty was non-existent. She was even holding a wine glass and gesturing toward me as if I were a tragic character in a movie she had just finished watching. The violation of my privacy was so complete that I felt a surge of cold, focused adrenaline that wiped away my initial shock. I walked straight into the middle of the circle and looked Claire in the eye, watching the fake smile slide right off her face as she realized I had overheard everything. I asked her why she thought my private medical records were a suitable topic for a Saturday afternoon gathering, and the silence that followed was so sharp it felt dangerous. One of the cousins tried to say they were just concerned, but I shut that down immediately by telling them that concern involves a phone call to me, not a gossip session behind my back. Claire tried to play it off as her being overwhelmed and needing support, but I told her that she wasn't the one who was sick, so she didn't get to claim the victim role in this story. I didn't wait for her to apologize or try to hug me. I turned around and walked out of the house, ignoring our mother calling my name from the porch. I spent the drive home realizing that Claire had spent her whole life treating my boundaries as suggestions, and I was finally done being the content for her social life. I blocked her number that evening and sent a group text to the rest of the family, stating that if they wanted to know how I was doing, they could ask me directly or not at all. It was a massive shift in our family dynamic, but the relief of knowing she couldn't hurt me with my own secrets anymore was worth the temporary awkwardness. I have been focusing entirely on my recovery now, surrounded by people who actually understand the meaning of the word confidential. Claire tried to send a letter a few weeks later, blaming her anxiety for her big mouth. But I didn't even finish reading it before I dropped it in the shredder. I am doing much better physically, and mentally I feel stronger than ever because I finally stopped letting my sister use my life as a script for her drama. I realize that blood doesn't give someone a license to betray you, and I am much happier keeping my circle small and my business private. I have a great team of doctors and a few loyal friends who check in on me daily, and that is more than enough.